Welcome to another round of Sports Views. Tonight I'm reviewing Sporting Kansas City 3, Vancouver Whitecaps, FC 1 in the Western Conference first round of the 2021 MLS Cup playoffs. Sporting Kansas City moves on to face either Real Salt Lake or Seattle Sounders in the Western Conference semifinals. If Seattle wins, that will be in Seattle. If Real Salt Lake wins, it'll be a Real Salt Lake Sporting Kansas City rematch in Kansas City. But we will talk about the goals as they are. Graham Zusey crosses the ball in for Kyrie Shelton. Kyrie Shelton chips it over Maxime Crépeau to make it 1-0 in the 17th minute. Then in the 39th minute, handball on Sporting Kansas City. Obvious handball. It was pretty much obvious and intentional. It wasn't even an accident. Completely intentional. I don't know why you give that as a lifeline for Vancouver to hang on to. They call a penalty. Christian Diome takes it. Tim Melia goes to the right. Diome goes to the left. Easy as you like. 1-1 in the 39th minute. Then in the 45 plus second minute, Nicolas Isimat-Mirin scores a goal. Ball crossed in. Total clown show in the box defensively by Vancouver. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Standing there still, not knowing what was going on. It gets to Mirin. He puts the ball in, taps it in, past Crépeau. Easy as you like. The defense let down Vancouver there. Crépeau could do nothing about it. 2-1, 45 plus 2 right before the half. 2-1 at the half, and that's a backbreaking goal to have, especially after you get right back into it and have a lifeline thrown at you. Vancouver could do nothing else, but in the 58th minute, what sealed it? Graham Zusey with a banger. A banger outside the box. Gets an assist and a goal. Puts it past Crépeau. 58th minute to make it 3-1. That's the way it would end. Stats are as follows. 12 shots to 6, 5 shots on goal to 4, 37% possession to 63% possession, 303 passes to 505 passes, 68% pass accuracy to 82% pass accuracy, 10 fouls to 9, 0 yellow cards to 3, 0 red cards to 0, 0 offside to 1, 3 corners to 4. This game, Vancouver did have the possession. Kansas City let them have it. Kansas City has learned from their loss against Minnesota last year and the penalty win against San Jose. They knew, and the late dismal run of form right at the end of this season, they have problems center defensive midfield. It's pretty weak. It's open. If you go down the middle and you have attacking talent like Vancouver does, which they have attacking talent, you could easily score off of that. So what Vancouver had to face was a Kansas City who sat back for the first time in a long time. Kansas City sat back to hide their deficiencies, especially in playoff time, because it's one match and over if you lose, of course. So they sit back to cover up their center defensive mid, which is very smart by Peter Vermees. I liked how he did that. That was a very smart tactic, and Vancouver could not break it down. Their luck ran out, and besides, they've also lost a lot of matches on expected goals over this run under Vanni Sartini. So their luck ran out. The fact that Kansas City sat back, waited for the counter, and said, hey, we'll dominate, but in a mind game way instead of a numbers way. Because Kansas City did dominate this game, but not like a way that you would think, oh, they held the ball very long. They held possession. They pushed forward. They did get more shots, but it was pretty even there, honestly. Defensively, they were better. They dominated the game by mind games. They were like, okay, so we're going to fix what you think our playoff problems and our recent problems have been. Defend our center defensive midfield, sit back so we can have our defenders there, more players in the middle, it's clogged up, you can't get in. Simple as, and that hurt Vancouver. Diome didn't look the best besides the penalty. Ryan Gould didn't show up. I didn't see anything out of Ryan Gould tonight, and he's been amazing this second half of the season, Ryan Gould. He's been amazing. Brian White back to the Red Bulls version of Brian White. This was a situation where it's like Vancouver, they did run out of luck and they finally lost. Like expected goals would have had them losing and their luck ran out. But it also was Peter Vermees having a tactical masterclass against the Whitecaps. Vanni Sartini, and this is not on him, he's a good manager, Sartini. A very good manager. But I like him. He's a good guy, cool guy, good manager. And I like Mark DeSantos as well. He's awesome too. He didn't fit the Whitecaps well, and the team didn't answer well to him, but they fit well under Sartini. That's nothing personal. That's just the way things have been. I just had to say that. But since Dos Santos has been sacked and Sartini came in, Vancouver answered well under him. They pushed. They played for him. And Vancouver has talent. And Sartini's a good manager. And they're going to keep him because of this run. It basically is obvious. And they should. He's done a hell of a job with the Whitecaps. And he deserved more. I wanted them to win for him. Because even as a Toronto fan first, and I have a Vancouver jersey because if you know, you know. But if you don't, Toronto got to the Canadian Championship Final, ergo the Champions League, because they pushed back the 2020 final because Vancouver beat Montreal. I liked Thomas Hasal. I liked the hoop jersey. I was like, well, I could use that. Vancouver winning that last game to get Toronto to the Can Champ Final as a reason to get a Vancouver jersey in my collection, which I did. Because it's cool, you know? And I'm wearing it because I haven't worn it on camera besides when I got it. So I'm getting my use out of it because, you know, I can. But for me, I still have a soft spot for Kansas City too. But with that being said, Peter Vermees out-tactics Sartini because Sartini is more of a man manager. Sartini is more of a motivator. He has okay tactics. They've played well. But Ryan Gould being there does it. Diome being there does it. Javane Brown, good at outside back. Godinho starting? Really? You started Marcus Godinho? Mr. Blew It to Haiti? What the hell is wrong with you? Now that's a problem. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because, what? No? Why? Marcus Godinho, Mr. Blew It to Haiti at the Gold Cup. Really? Okay, cool. No. You shouldn't do that, but whatever. Why'd you even buy him? Whatever. Yeah, I'm still pissed about 2019, even though Canada's probably going to the World Cup and they're top of the octo. Yeah, I'm still pissed about 2019. I don't forget. Photographic memory, baby. I don't forget nothing. With that being said, Kansas City had the perfect tactics to beat Vancouver. It was a man manager versus a general versus tactics versus a football genius. Because Peter Vermees is a football genius who looks like Jorgen von Strangle. Jorgen von Strangle. Why did I blow that up? Well, that's not going on the best of reel because I screwed that up. Well, I'm not editing it, okay? This is what it is. Jorgen von Strangle from Fairly Odd Parents. He honestly does, though. He does look like Jorgen von Strangle. Doesn't he? Am I crazy? Actually, you know what? Maybe this would stay on the best of reel. I don't know. See ya, fourth wall. With that being said, Peter Vermees is a genius. He's a football genius. And of course, you have Sartini, who's a man manager versus a football genius. And Vermees knows why his team got knocked out last year. And those same problems are on their mind right now because of the end of the season as well. So they set up, defend well, hit on the counterattack. That was a smart way to play. It really was. A very smart way to play by the Sporting Kansas City. And they go through deservedly. And I think they would have to play that way against Seattle as well. Real Salt Lake, probably not, but they're not getting through. You know this. But against Seattle, they'll definitely have to play that way. And we'll see how that works. This was good, but this was a team that would definitely be stopped by that. I don't know about Seattle being stopped by that. But we'll see. We'll see. I would rather see Kansas City go through, but with that being said, Vancouver had a valiant effort, even though they fell apart late on. And they never really got into this game. They had a valiant effort. They've had a valiant second half of the season. I'm proud of them. Vancouver fans, if I were you, you should be proud of your boys. You should be proud of your team. You should. No question whatsoever. You should be proud. This was house money. And I know y'all celebrated like you won the cup when you got to the playoffs. But this was house money, and you should be proud of this. And there is time to build. And I think they are building something special in Vancouver. The worst of it is over, to be fair. The worst of it is over. You won't lose embarrassing games in the Canadian Championship ever again. But be proud of your guys. You should be very proud if you're a Vancouver fan. That's how I'd feel if I were you. Kansas City fans, if I were you, this is par for the course. You expected to win this. You were sure. And you were sure in Vermees. You trusted him, whatever he came up with, and you trusted your players. You shouldn't be really overhyped. You're facing Seattle next, probably. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Seattle. It's not going to be Real Salt Lake. If it was Real Salt Lake, you'd be crazy, right? So, probably Seattle, Kansas City, and Seattle. So, you shouldn't be overhyped, but it was a good performance. You should be happy with the performance. You trust your manager. You trust your players. There isn't really to be anything to celebrate about here. It's got it done. Let's move on. One more. Do your job type of stuff. And that's what you're looking for. And that's exactly what your mentality should be, because that is Kansas City's mentality. So, good win for y'all. That's how I'd feel if I were you. So, with that, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Check out my Patreon, $5, $10, or $20 a month. Anything's appreciated. Help support the channel. Be awesome if you do. Also support by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, hitting that big red bell notification after you subscribe, super chats on the live streams, putting this in playlists, sharing this with your friends and family, all of that great stuff. Tomorrow, I have a live watch along for the CF Montreal, Toronto FC, Canadian Championship Final, an RSR for the Montreal-Toronto game, and a live stream for Portland versus Minnesota. Big day. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope y'all have fun. I hope y'all enjoy it. And we're going to have a good night. So, with that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later. See you tomorrow.